So you appeared as a guest on Kimmel.
Yes, I did.
With whom?
Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
I mean,
unbelievable.
Yeah, Hugh, and he said, if the three of us were stranded on a desert island, which one of us would you eat first?
If you ate Ryan and Hugh was still there, so you could just be like, let's have a bit of Les Mis, let's have a bit, get the show tunes out.
So Hugh is the answer. Hugh's your favourite.
Maybe Hugh. Oh God.
Forgive me. I have no idea what happens in The Seagull. I'm gonna come.
I knew this question was going to come, and I'm dreading it.
Look, but by the way, you've reddened.
The way I'm going to pitch this to you is, I think, so it's basically what it's about. What it is that. So what happens is I'm feeling the normal amount of fear.
What is the normal amount of fear?
I think the normal amount of fear is you're about to go from a really safe space of rehearsals, and I think we'll actually have ended up rehearsing for almost more time than we're on stage, which is wild. So we've got very familiar with each other, very comfortable in our safe little space in the church hall with the digestives and the bin bags and everything. And then suddenly you're going to transfer to this new space and then put it in front of people, and that obviously fills you with a sort of fear.
Do you know Banksy?
No.
No,
do you?
She doesn't know Banksy. No, don't know Banksy.
Don't know Banksy. Have you ever had anyone who said yes?
Have we? Right, Alex.
Yeah.
From Blur.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I heard about this.
Go on.
Well, that he knew Banksy, no? Well, he was Banksy. No.
Virgin Radio.
We're already it's good. When there's good pre-chat going on, it's all going to be all right, or even more than all right. Fastest over to you.
They've won a Golden Globe, been in The Crown, Marvel Cinematic Universe, been on the front cover of Vogue, smashed the West End. Now they're about to take on Chekhov. The Seagull opens next Wednesday at the Barbican. So please welcome, they're anything but boring, they're Emma Corrin.
Hello, Emma. Let's hear for Emma Corrin in the house, in the sunshine, feeling the usual amount of fear.
The normal amount of fear for a Monday morning.
Oh my gosh! Listen to you two harping on about what's going on with Chekhov and the Seagull.
So the Seagull
Yes.
is Chekhov's. Chekhov has 4 major plays.
Yes.
I once acted in one of them in Russia very badly. I overact dramatically. But the Seagull was his first one,
Yeah.
Chaika, and when it was produced, just before 1900, audiences didn't get it. Didn't get this new way of writing plays. It's called like a slice of life.
Did you know all this?
Yeah.
Kusok Zhizny.
You know what? I should probably know more of this than I do. So this is fantastic. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Chekhov spent the first performance basically hiding in the wings because there was real hostility in the audience. They were expecting another normal Russian play, and he just found a new way of doing it.
Okay, you've used the word usual and normal. Now you're using normal. What is a normal Chekhov play?
No, a normal Russian play.
Sorry, what is a normal
Which was
Russian
like
play?
overly dramatic.
Yes,
and
yes.
This was very much, as you said, like slice of life, very sort of real, essentially quite boring, but like very like exploring the minutiae of everyday people's lives.
See, I'm in
Subtext.
now. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm at the party. This is great.
Yeah.
So why would usual Russian plays, would they be over the top? Would they be hammy or just uber dramatic?
I think just like dramatic.
I'm going to tell you what's happening, and I'm going to tell you why, and then I'm going to tell you what happened.
Yeah, and I guess very like bold themes, you know.
Like Mr. Beast. You sounded like Mr. Beast there. Trying to give away $5 million. I'm going to give away $5 million. Oh my gosh, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it used to be Mr.
He's a
Beast.
student of the Russian.
There you go.
I don't know, vagaries of.
It's in his bones.
So you, sorry, this isn't Vassos' interview, but feel free to ask him a question. You toured as an actor in Russia.
Yep.
That's incredible.
So the couple I was staying with, she said, "What do you want to do?"
What's Russian for what do you want to do?
Что хочешь делать?
Very good.
This is phenomenal.
And then like 2 words came into my head.
Yes.
Because I didn't have a clue really. And one of them was vrach, doctor, and one of them was actor. And I just thought, let's go with actor. It doesn't matter, you know. I хочу работать с актером.
And she took it
went,
really
my brother-in-law, he's casting the Cherry Orchard Vishnyovy Sad, so you must have a part. And she got me a part. And in Russia, it doesn't work like you're doing a run at the Barbican. It's like you're at this theatre this night and that theatre the next night.
Yeah, like a touring company.
Sort of, yeah. And then in the summer, all the theatres close in St. Petersburg and you go on tour in a dilapidated
So you've
bus.
done The Seagull in Russia?
No, I've done
The Cherry
Orchard, which
Cherry
is one of his
Orchard.
other
You
big
haven't done The
plays.
Seagull?
No.
Yeah.
But you're aware of The Seagull?
I've studied The Seagull.
Can you say Seagull in Russian?
Chaika.
Chaika.
Ever more impressive. Right, so that's your story of Chekhov. Emma,
What's
how
my
about your story of Chekhov?
You know, it's far, far less impressive. I What is my history with Chekhov? I don't really have one other than I studied it at school, and you know that gorgeous thing where schools kind of like ruin texts for you.
Yeah,
because
they do it all the time.
They do all the
It's
time.
not their fault.
You study them until you're blue in the face, then you're like, I'd be really happy if I never saw this again. So when this came up, I was like, oh God, no, oh really? And then I went to meet Thomas Ostermeyer, who's the director, and he's just one of the most fantastic people I have ever met, let alone had the pleasure of working with. And as soon as I met him, I was like, I will do whatever.
Good. So now we're in the mix. We're in
the mix. We're like 3 days off tech. We start tech on Wednesday, and then we preview start next week.
Sorry, what's tech? So tech is like rehearsal rooms.
Tech is when you move from the rehearsal room into the theatre.
Oh, I see.
And
pre-preview,
and you sort of work out the technical aspects of it. So you start rehearsing with all the gizmos and gadgets and whatever.
So when do you do that for the first time? When do you walk into the theatre?
Wednesday.
First time.
Yeah.
So what are you doing today and tomorrow?
Rehearsal still.
And is that tape on the floor? Is that
that's tape
church
on the floor?
hall?
That's church hall, very church hall, yeah.
Yeah, so which is cool.
This is lovely.
Because it's still a bit of fun.
And it's really
Paper
safe.
cups, coffee. Anybody want a coffee?
Yeah, a little
Should we
tea
start
break.
now?
So many digestives, just digestives on like every
lots
surface.
Of biscuits, paper plates, all that kind of black bin bags, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Then you go to the theatre and suddenly it's squeaky bum time.
Yeah, and then we're in the Barbican, which is
gosh.
nuts.
1,000 people? 1,000
Yeah, 1,000 people.
All right, barbican.org.uk if you want to go and see Emma and their friends in this amazing The Seagull. Tell us about your friends.
So many friends on this. I mean, it's like a little family, and it's just like everywhere you look in our rehearsal room.
Is it fair to say there's one clunking name? Is that fair to say?
Huge clunking name.
Give us the clunking name.
The gorgeous Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett, all right.
And we've also got, Jason Watkins and Tanya Lou Reynolds and Tom Burke. And it's just like everyone is incredible.
Forgive me. I have no idea what happens in The Seagull. I'm gonna come.
I knew this question was going to come, and I'm dreading it.
Look, but by the way, you've reddened.
Yeah, I know, because I'm freaking it.
Why
I'm
is
going
this
to get
such
it
a
wrong.
confrontational question?
Because it's that thing where, when you're in the thick of something, and someone asks you to describe it.
Because it's a very simple title.
It is a simple title.
What could possibly be complicated about it?
It's so true. The way I'm going to pitch this to you is, I think, so it's basically, what it's about, what it is that, so what happens is, imagine you're kind of the most intense family Christmas that you've had.
Oh, yes.
You're all there,
Cold sweat.
Yeah. You've got the matriarch of the family, who happens to be Kate Blanchett.
Oh, my God.
You've got the sort of a bit depressed, whining sort of uncle, who is Jason Watkins. And then you've got, everyone's in love with the wrong person. That's happening. You've got a lot of not helpful, never helpful. Everyone's ambitious, but their ambitions are sort of futile, not going anywhere. There's a sense of everyone's taking out on each other. Oh, no. So that's the sort of the vibe that we're working with.
Is there a looming foreboding?
There is, but because, as you were saying, that it's sort of like, there is. But because it's a slice of life and it's kind of very much about real people.
So is there an ominous inevitability, a futility to the
fear
situation?
that everyone has is that their life isn't going to amount to anything. That's the fear. So it's a very real fear.
About this? Do we want to do anything about this? Have we made this the norm?
Yeah.
Have we have we lo-fied this to, well, this is who we are and where we are?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
That kind of thing, yeah.
So is there redemption in sight?
There is one character.
Sounds quite bleak.
It is bleak, but the amazing thing is that it's a comedy, and that's what he did so well, and that was why this was such an original piece of work. And actually, something I learnt from this process is that the year before Chekhov wrote this, because he worked as a doctor, it's actually wild that you wanted to be a doctor or an actor. Very, very Chekhov.
Did you not want to pretend to be a doctor, because that would be acting
that
and
would
being
be acting
a doctor? Because you do that here, don't you?
What, pretend to be a doctor?
No, you pretend to be a sports person. Student. So, the acting gene hasn't left me. Sorry, carry on, Emma.
So Chekhov was a doctor, and he went for a year and worked on this penal colony called Sakhalin. I think that's right. And it was really bleak. And he sort of spent a year helping these people over there who were suffering and living these incredibly like dark lives. And he wrote about it in this book. I think he wrote letters and journals, and it's been compiled in this book of his time at Sakhalin.
I'm in now. I'm all in.
And after he spent this horrible year, really traumatic year, witnessing these terrible things on his island, he came back, and the first thing he did was write The Seagull.
Which is a comedy.
And not only a comedy, it's a comedy about basically like the bourgeoisie.
Is it an all-out comedy?
It's not. I think it's funny because Thomas Ostermeyer's been saying this. He's done this play in so many different languages before, and actually, I think this is I'm right in saying it's the first time he's done it in English, and he is having a lot of fun because the sense of humour really translates to the English sense of humour, which is kind of very self-deprecating and very dry. So I think actually our version is incredibly funny.
Right, so it's not Scandinavian flat humour. It's different.
It's not. It's different.
Because I love that as well. I love Scandinavian humour.
It is dry humour, and it's all sort of like, oh, the world's ending, so what are you going to do? Oh, dear, oh, God, that kind of thing. But I think British people do that so well.
Without question.
Yeah.
All right, great.
So it's going to be very funny. We've started running the show now, and we're getting a lot of laughs, which is great.
This is fun, man.
It is fun.
So Tech starts Wednesday.
Yeah.
Preview start next week, 26th. And then you open for business on, when is it? Well, it says here it starts Wednesday, 26th. Okay.
Press night's 26th. Press night's the 6th. Yeah.
My goodness me, it's not the longest run in the world, and you're all doing this heavy lifting.
Yeah.
That's I find that really interesting because you're working so hard. This could run for a good few months, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But you're not going to do that.
No.
Which makes it even more special.
I know, it is kind of special.
And also,
isn't
it means you can't get comfortable with it. You haven't got time.
No, and I think it'll be probably that gorgeous thing where we'll still be finding new stuff even by week 5, which is great.
Tell us, please, about your phrase that you used on this show, well, off this show, but in the studio where you're sitting right now.
Yeah.
Tell us about, I said, how are you feeling the fear? She said, I'm feeling the normal amount of fear.
I'm feeling the normal amount of fear.
What is the normal amount of fear?
I think the normal amount of fear is you're about to go from a really safe space of rehearsals. And I think we'll actually have ended up rehearsing for almost more time than we're on stage, which is wild. So we've got very familiar with each other, very comfortable in our safe little space in the church hall with the digestives and the bin bags and everything. And then suddenly you're going to transfer to this new space and then put it in front of people. And that obviously fills you with a sort of fear of, exposure and vulnerability. But I will say, I will caveat that by saying that I think all of us have turned into a little family. And
Beautiful.
I think in that way, we feel very held and very safe.
Love it,
So
love it.
That's definitely...
Is the black bin bag, because there's usually only one.
Yeah.
I think one's enough. Is it taped to the side of a fold-down table?
I was going to say, or a door handle. You know, when you put it over a door handle.
Where is yours?
It tapes to the side of the table.
Okay. The opposite of this is your recent appearance on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah.
Minus Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Sorry, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Fallon Kimmel, sorry. Forgive me. So you appeared as a guest on Kimmel.
Yes, I did.
With a co-hosting double act of whom?
Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds.
I mean,
unbelievable.
Yeah, and both dressed exactly the same. They almost look like twins.
They were.
Which I suppose was the gag.
Yeah.
Why did that scenario happen? How much fun was it? Who doesn't love everything about those two?
It was so much fun, and it was amazing. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was out. I think he takes some leave in the summer
To go fly fishing.
So I've heard. And don't quote me. And they sort of took over and hosted it, and it was lovely because it sort of rounded out our press tour, and we'd sort of been on this worldwide press tour for a month or so at that point. So it was a lovely sort of finale to it.
They were great together as well.
They are just funny
They're
together.
funny, man.
Yeah.
They always bring it, don't they?
They always bring it.
They bring their A game to everything they do, whether it's an interview, whether it's like photographs at the stage door, whether it's like the greatest musical, whether it's great, whatever it may be.
And they're amazing because it always seems like they're genuinely having fun. You know what I mean? You can really turn. Yeah, you can tell when someone's turning it on for the appearance or for the moment, and I really feel like they're enjoying it.
Fun's the best fuel.
Yeah,
you can be doing something seriously, but with fun.
Yeah.
If this were fun, what would it look like? If this were easy and fun, what would it look like? And you had a ball as well.
I had a ball.
One of the questions they asked Emma was, if you could only who's your favourite? Is basically what they began with.
Yeah, which that's so unfair.
You clearly had an answer that you didn't want to say.
Do you think I do have an answer? Do you think I do?
Yeah, because if you didn't, you'd have just joined in the game. You thought, there is an answer.
No,
here.
I bottled it. I absolutely bottled it. Yeah.
And then Hugh, bless him, with his empathy, could sense what was going on, and he said, "Let me put it another way. If the three of us were stranded on a desert island, which one of us would you eat first?" Which is the same question.
That's actually such a good question.
It's a great question.
Who would you eat first, Hugh Jackman or Ryan Reynolds?
Who'd be the tastiest? I think I'd eat...
They'd both be quite what is the word sinewy when you're muscly? Yeah. That's not what you want, is it?
You want fattest flavour. And I would probably, from a taste point of view, I would probably go with Hugh. But I can answer because I don't know either. I know Hugh a bit, but not much.
Yeah.
I would want you to stick around a bit more. But they're both song and dance men.
They are.
So it's tough, isn't it?
But if you ate Ryan and Hugh was still there, then you could just you'd be on this desert island, not much to do. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
So you could just be like, let's have a bit of Les Mis. Let's have a bit, get the show tunes out.
Look down.
Yeah.
Look down.
Be amazing.
So Hugh is the answer. Hugh's your favourite.
Maybe Hugh. Oh God.
It's out there. It's out there.
The text I'm gonna get.
Listen, it's your career is flying. How does it feel? Are you aware of it? Do you zoom out? How do you keep your feet on the ground? You're full of humility anyway, but you know what I mean. How do you pace yourself? Give us some super hacks. Because you're very present. You're very still. You're very.
I
lovely.
think surrounding yourself with people who know you really well. I still live with my friends who I lived with for. I think one of them we lived together for 10 years now, so they know me very well. And there's nothing like...
That's fun.
There's nothing like someone being like...
How do you keep that going?
I don't know. It's like family. It's
How
really
many
like family.
people?
There are 5 of us in a 3-bedroom
As you
flat.
have been for how long?
10 years.
No, that's not allowed. Nobody said that was an option, did they? We'd all have carried on with
Yes,
that.
it is an option.
We thought it was like a limited window
No,
of
it is an option.
opportunity.
It really is, yeah.
Well, darn it.
Look, come over. Come round.
Oh, my gosh. And also, 3-bed house.
It's we've got a few couples in there now, as we've all grown up, and then with
It's like
three
Yellowstone,
beds.
in
Yeah,
the bunkhouse.
it is.
When this all started. Have you seen Yellowstone?
I haven't
They all
actually.
start
No, I
hooking
need-
up. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Costner's not happy, but it's in the script.
But everyone
so-
else is.
Yeah, everybody's really happy.
Yeah,
That's why he's
exactly,
not happy.
yeah.
Because his wife died, making him vulnerable. Always works with the patriarch. Anyway, so did you go to the BAFTAs last night?
I didn't know. No, I had a no.
Have you won a BAFTA? Sorry.
I have not won a BAFTA. No, but
You've won
I
everything else.
No,
Yeah. So have you seen the films that were
I have
awarded
actually. I've
last
done
night?
quite well this year.
Conclave was good, wasn't it?
Conclave. You know what? I loved Conclave.
love Conclave.
And I actually bought the book. I want to read the book. 'cause
Haven't
I
seen the
reckon
Brutus
that'd be
List.
great.
Seen the Brutus List?
I haven't seen that because I do worry about my attention span. But I might split it into 2 chunks. That's
They've
probably
already done that
terrible.
for you. It's gone into.
They've got
Don't worry. Already done.
already done.
No, but
sorted,
you're right. You
tick.
could go and see half of it at a cinema and then just go for a shop or something.
Yeah,
Or go
and
back
see
to
half the
see
other
if
day.
you're still living with the same people after all this and having all the fun.
See if they're still
and then
there.
go the next day. I wonder if
Yeah.
anybody's done that. Ever anybody's done that with plays?
Well, like The Inheritance, that play, I think that was one that was split into 2.
How
isn't
long?
It?
How long is the Seagull?
We know what we haven't actually run it yet, so we don't.
What do
we
you
don't
think?
know.
What is it usually? Is it a long one or a short one?
I'm gonna guesstimate 2 hours.
Are we
something.
intervalling? Is there interval?
We are intervalling. Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. We're intervalling.
So it's funny, isn't it? Because half time at a footy match, whatever, if you're
Yeah.
flying as a team and you've got it all going on, you got the flow going on, you don't want half time. And then if you're 1 down or 2 down, and you people say, "Oh, half time can't come soon enough for United
Yeah,
or for
yeah.
City, whichever United."
Yeah.
Is it the same with a play? Can you be like on song and then think, "Oh no," or
I think sometimes, but I think normally they time an interval really cleverly, so it will feel like you need it, or it works dramatically.
And you
as
know
well.
it's coming.
You know it's coming. Yeah. Orlando, I didn't have an interval, and that was quite fun. Because you just go
it's funny
straight through.
because Tilly said the last time Emma was in, it was talking
You talk about the hot chocolate?
They were in Orlando. I said, no, she was here. No. The play. I forgot his play was on. Gosh. Right. So this is limited. April done and dusted,
Yeah.
and then off and doing other things.
Often doing other things. Yeah.
Are there things you can't tell us about?
Yes.
Brilliant. That means we've got a proper guest on our hands.
Yes.
So we always ask that question. So the first question we ask is, are there things you can't tell us about? Answer yes.
Yes.
Round of applause for that. Congratulations.
Woo!
Second standard question. Second standard question. Please, will you tell us about one of them even though you can't?
No.
Okay.
Woo!
Spookily, some people do.
Really?
Yeah, without realising it, which is great.
So yeah.
And the third question is, do you know Banksy?
No.
No,
Do
she
you?
doesn't know Banksy. No, don't know Banksy.
Don't know Banksy. Have you
Yeah.
ever had anyone who said yes?
Oh my gosh. Have we? Right, Alex.
Yeah.
From Blur.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I heard about this.
Go on.
Well, that he knew Banksy, no? Well, he was Banksy. No.
You just made a quantum leap.
I made a quantum
God
leap.
bless your enthusiasm. God loves a trier.
loves a trier.
That's my level quantum leap. No, but Banksy was in the documentary, the
Yes.
recent Blur documentary, sitting in his hoodie in the dressing room at Wembley because, of course,
Really?
Banksy knows Blur because Banksy did the animation for one of the.
Wasn't there some rumour that he was someone, like a musician, that he actually had a job that was in the public eye? Am I making that up?
I don't know, but I like it.
Okay, you heard that here first, guys.
All right, seagull, 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 seagull. Calling seagull, barbican.org.uk. That would be a bridge to my seal impression.
From the advert, the Super Bowl advert.
No, I don't know about that.
Oh.
But I can do a seal impression.
Mm-hmm.
You can do an impression of a seal catching fish, catching Skittles. And when Ryan and Hugh alluded to your seal impression, I thought you were going to steal my impression
of a seal,
which is the noise of a seal.
But I just caught Skittles.
Waiting to be fed. Yes.
Can I hear that? That's really good. That's excellent.
All right, isn't it?
Yeah, with the clapping as well.
Flipping.
Sorry, yeah. So sorry.
Yeah. You don't do the noise, you just do the catching.
I just do the catching. So together we are the perfect seal.
I'll take it.
We've got it all.
I'll take it. I just want to be in that house. Don't you? Wow. Any big rows in the house?
Any big rows? Only
do you have a committee to sort things out?
We don't have a committee, but we do. The only rows we have is when someone, usually me, I'll put my hands up, leaves like mouldy vegetables in the fridge, which I do. Or, I'm the kind of person who will like put the milk back when it's finished.
Yes. So you don't have to throw it away.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids do that all the time.
Yeah, it's really bad.
They leave this much of something just so they don't have to throw it away, even though the bin's closer than the fridge.
Yeah, the loo roll. One little square on the loo roll. So they don't have to recycle.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's a joy for us to see you once again. You're always welcome, you know that. Give our love to the crew. Good luck with the techie.
Thank you so much.
With the previewing, and the smashing it.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to be here.
It's going to be great, isn't it?
Thanks for having me.
What a great day, eh?
It's beautiful. What a view you've got here. Seriously.
How lucky are we? We're so lucky. Let's hear for Emma Corrin, please.
Thanks,
Here
guys.
we go.
Thank you.